Hey, what's up, guys? Kind of weird video today. We're going to be doing a review of the patch. So, new patch, new me. This is going to be exciting stuff. Hellhalt has a new version. Oh my freaking god. It's been like a year or more even. So, Hellraiser actually decided to do a new patch. We're going to be going through it today. At the beginning of the video, there's going to be like a, let's say, 10-minute segment where we literally just go over the patch. And at the end, there's going to be gameplay. So if you guys want to skip towards the gameplay, just click on the timestamp on the screen, and you'll be able to skip directly to the new patch gameplay. So, anyways, we are joined by Mr. Inuya today. So let's review the patch together. Let's have some fun. So first things first, we can check out the units, right? So what do we have here? Exac has been kind of nerfed. So the what's it called? The duration of the, I guess the invulnerability reduced by 0.2 seconds. Is that a big nerf? I don't know.
Well, yeah.
What do you think?
No, I don't think it matters that much. It's you can definitely still spam XX and they'll tank better for you on waves like 10 than any other unit.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like you're right. Like this is a very minor. So technically, I don't even think it's a nerf simply because like it's so insignificant that it's not going to matter in the long run. I feel like the purpose of the egg is just to kind of like soak up a little bit of damage. Like if it like takes away 0.2 seconds, which is so low. I mean, I feel like it's still as good. Still probably like an S tier unit for early game. Ghost Heartstopper, the range has been nerfed ever so slightly. Not too much of a nerf, but still, I guess something to consider. Sky Dragons, I mean, let's not talk about these units. They probably have like a little buff, but they're not really, no one's going to play them either way, even if they get buffed. Meridian, Catastrophe got a little bit buffed. So the AoE splash at the end seems to have been buffed, and the max target goes from 10 to 20. What does that mean exactly?
Well, it means when a unit dies to the spell of the Meridian, it explodes and deals damage to units around it. Okay. So now it can hit 20 units instead of 10.
The thing is, the purpose of the Meridian was to kind of disable. So I've never really thought about this unit as something to kind of clear waves. So I would assume that's the problem. Since Meridian was such a bad unit, at least the value of that unit was only good on 20. Even there, then it's kind of like, I guess you can argue. It's arguable. But like round 25, like on Endless was the only way those units was pretty good. Just to kind of delay the end portion and just hope for the best, right? So now they might be viable to kind of like clear waves and all that stuff. I see where he's coming from. So we'll see how it goes. Assault Tank getting nerfed once again. Lower HP, attack speed is slightly higher. So, but increase the mine drop rate. I mean,
no, you are thinking about it wrong. Like when the number goes up on attack speed, it means it's slower.
Is that what I said? I didn't say that.
I think you said it was faster.
No. I said it got nerfed. I'm pretty sure. At least, I don't know. Someone in the comments let me know. No. So the buff, yeah, I before, like you said, that's how I thought about it. But now, since the number is higher, the attack speed is obviously higher. So it's a nerf, essentially. Yeah, I see what you mean. Tridents, that's a unit we want to talk about, right? Graded Concussion goes from 30% chance to stun for 4 seconds to 20% stun for 3 seconds, right?
Yeah, so it's a huge nerf.
Massive nerf. That's half almost.
It's 33%. Probably still buildable.
Still buildable with DMs and all that stuff, but you definitely do not want to build it alone. So it's unfortunate. I would assume the damage is still the same. So it's 300 damage whenever it stuns. The damage is not nerfed, but just the chance of it proccing is nerfed. So that's a very big portion. Tridents were really overpowered last patch, so that's something to think about whenever you're building them this patch. So Elite Archer, has been the biggest nerf in the game. So the thing is, like, we're gonna have to talk about Seraphim a little bit later, but Elite Archer got less HP at the moment, and the revive is trash. You guys will see. We'll talk about it a little bit later. Royal Griffin attack speed has been decreased. So we got ourselves in chat right now, our boy Royal Griffin Abuser. So that's his name, Inuya.
It's gonna be great. I'm so looking forward to seeing it in action. I really doubt it's OP though. It's like a little bit better.
It's a little bit better. Like, I mean, it's faster attack speed. Is it going to be played? Probably not. But we'll see. Plague Spreader is a massive nerf. So reworked spread pattern, max spread goes from 3 to 4 units. Damage is 50 DPS to 35 DPS. So this unit has been nerfed to the absolute ground for a good reason, because it was way too overpowered before. I think it's too much of a big hit on the Plague Spreader, but because people are so used to just carrying them, you know, and not relying on other aspects of the game. Because whenever you were going for Plague, you could just push a lot of lumber and just feel very, very comfortable holding everything. So it kind of makes sense. Nerf to the ground, I don't know if it does. Forsaken 1, increased movement speed. Tuskar, attack speed has been increased. So a little bit of a nerf. No, decrease, sorry, right? And damage is decreased as well. So this unit has been nerfed a lot. This is a big nerf. That's unfortunate. So Tusks, Necros, both nerfed. They used to be really good units. Now they're trash.
No.
They're still good. But Machine Turret might come back into meta. Maybe we'll see more Machine Turret, Machine Robots in play. We'll see. Wall Board got a massive increase, buff, 20% reduction in collision. Essentially what that entails is they can collide with each other. So which was essentially before the problem, is because the units couldn't collide with each other and they would just kind of not be in the fight or just not do enough damage. So we'll see if boars come back into play, but I kind of doubt it anyways. So Rider, Wraiths, the Disturbability have both been nerfed a little bit. They were very strong, so it kind of makes sense. Mercurial the Traumatize ability has been nerfed as well. So we'll see how that plays into late game. Curious to see. Flying Machine, Telescope has been nerfed ever so slightly, very good. And Adrenaline has been nerfed as well, which I feel like, I don't know how I feel about that, but something to consider, I guess. All right, let's jump into the second portion. So added units. We have extra units, boys. Just one extra unit that can be upgraded 3 times. Soul, Submerge, upgrade Arc Soul, and it can upgrade to Archon. A little bit like in StarCraft 2, the Archon unit, you know. So what does it have as ability? Do you know this unit?
Yeah, I've actually tried it. So the thing is, the Soul is just a unit you pop down. And when it dies, it gives damage to another unit. But the Arch Soul and the Archon Soul have an ability called Emerge. So when they get their mana buffed up, they transform the souls into an Archon Soul or an Arch Soul every time it gets the mana up.
Okay, so by getting mana from kills, is that where you're saying it can upgrade or something?
Yeah, so basically you build a lot of smaller souls, and then you make a few Archon souls that transform them into the better version.
Okay, so I see this being pretty strong early for early push and all that stuff. So you you can mass soul a little bit like protons, and you just build a few Arc Souls and Archon Souls, right? And then they just kind of multiply, right?
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Interesting concept. So we're obviously going to be showcasing that in the future. All right, let's talk a little bit about the summons. What we're talking about is the units sent to the opposing team. We have the Whelps. It seems like they have been buffed, obviously for good reasons, because they were trash units. Are they going to be used? Probably not. So Behemoth, Kraken, both HP buffs. Very good. That's good to know. Demon CD has been lowered, so you can probably get... So, I mean, Demon has been buffed like a dumb amount, right? So I think it's for a good reason, because a lot of the game was... So the thing is, the way Hellhalt was played before, it would... Versus two good stack teams would obviously go... the chances of the game progressing to endless was very high. And these summon upgrades or buffs are going to help to kind of I guess negate that and just kind of play more towards early game and thinking strategically about the game. So I kind of like these buffs because the games were always going to endless. So I kind of like this, the new approach of the I guess the patch. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. Still haven't played it enough to give my honest opinion on it, but we'll see. We'll see. All flying waves have evasion. That's something to think about. So all waves have been obviously buffed by quite a bit. 5% evasion, that's still pretty good. Wave bounty creeps, numbers, and DPS, almost all waves have been adjusted. Okay, so that's something I guess you kind of learn as you progress and play the experience, I guess you could say. Because the thing is, round 25 used to be a very... you would never send on 25. It's funny because recently a lot more players have been sending on 25, but the wave 25 has been buffed a lot. So those big boys, those are going to have a lot more armor, so it's going to be a lot tougher to kind of handle them. something to consider. Anyways, heroes. All melee heroes have 20% chance to block all damage and a cooldown of 3 seconds. 25% chance to, so it's, I guess it's scaling in percentage, which is actually pretty good. So Archmage, replace Inner Fire with Affliction Bolt, a little bit like Poison, so it reduces attack rate and does damage over time. It kind of sucks. It's obviously a big nerf. Inner Fire used to be such a good ability. Now it's something to consider. Death Knight, essentially the Inner Fire has been transferred to the Death Knight. So Death Knight has something called Inner Demons. So it gives, I think, attack rate, a little bit like, what's it called? What's that ability called in melee?
It gives armor and...
Armor and DPS, basically, which is good.
Yeah.
Mountain King, Bash, goes from 100 to 300 damage. Really bad. It's just terrible. You should never talk about that. Darkness Aura has decreased in range, which I guess is fine. Priestess True Shot got increased. I kind of like that. You can combine that with Helicopter. I guess could be played in the future. I don't know. All heroes have their upgrades. Take now 6 seconds. It used to take quite a bit of time to... By the way, speaking of which, like most of the upgrades, like crystal harvesting and all that stuff has been increased in speed. So you can actually research most of the research in the game a lot faster. So that's going to be very helpful. So I feel like the pace of the game has increased. That's, anyways, something to think about. Let's quickly talk about Seraphim. It's very difficult because there's a lot of upgrades or just buffs and nerfs and all that stuff. Spirit of Life, which is Revive. The Sacrifice actually has been nerfed to the ground. It used to have quite a bit of damage. This is why I was talking about EA being nerfed, is because the damage buffs are so much lower.
He wants to take it in the direction that if you revive a Dragonhawk and it has a lot of damage, it's going to have percentage of that damage instead of you just abusing Zeus and EA because they are the fastest hitting units.
Yeah, so, okay, so exactly. So it's like more percentage based. So now like even like strong units, like, I don't know, like a freaking, what do you call it? A Sasquatch. You could revive a Sasquatch and it would be actually pretty good because of the stuns, mana regeneration. It has quite a bit of HP. So, I mean, I feel like you said, it promotes more like diversity in the revives instead of just like 1 or 2 units like Zeus and EA. And that's pretty much it. Like EA don't even like technically hold 16 anymore pretty comfortably, you know? So anyways. The best way for us to talk about this is just kind of experience and showcase it to you guys because it's difficult to kind of like comment on this. You guys have to see it for yourself. Okay, so
they're completely removed.
Yeah, they're removed. So remove level wave restriction. So you could technically get level 20 Seraphim at level 10 if you have the value, obviously, for it. But yeah, so it just promotes Seraphim to be played faster and combined with different units. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to cover every single like minor detail. You guys could pause, read it for yourself, and just kind of give yourselves form your own opinion on it. But let's just kind of jump into the last few points here. So let's see the tech. So this is the really cool part about this, I guess, this patch. So left the best for last. So added 2 new research, Celestial Feedback and Celestial Absorb. I will be talking about this in the gameplay that you guys will be seeing shortly. But essentially, it's based on leaks. So the more leaks and damage you do to a king, the more crystals you get back. So feedback is for whenever you leak, and absorb is whenever the enemy leaks. So problem is with that is a lot of like rich getting richer type of thing. So absorb, if you kind of max, you have 2 paths. You can only go for one. You can select both. So you have to go for feedback or absorb path, and then you kind of choose. And I think it maxes out at 2%. So 2% of the damage dealt to the king will be returned to you at max level as crystals. So cool dynamic to the game. Added dynamic. We'll see how it goes. I feel like it's experimental. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, towers have more movements, which is pretty cool. But it will cost a little bit of gold. Uneven teams. Okay, so you can rage up to 3 times, which is also a cool feature if you're uneven teams. Endless waves. All players receive bonus crystals equal. Oh, okay, that's actually pretty fun. So endless waves, just to make it a little bit more interesting, you get a little bit more crystals. Added search the end game scoreboard. Everything's added. So more various bug fixes and all that cool stuff. So anyways, that's pretty much the patch. I think we're going to cut it there. That's at like 20 minutes recording. That's a lot. So hopefully I could cut a little bit of this because it's a lot of redundant information. But we're going to be cutting directly to gameplay. Show you guys a new patch. I will probably keep it at 1 game today because it's a long video. So yeah, I guess final thoughts is just simply game is a lot centered on early game. So all you have to think about is like you can't push as much. You have to utilize the new features, which is the feedback, and you can push a little bit less and rely on feedback and what's it called, absorb to actually give you crystals back. And you could keep sending, and the dynamic of the game is a lot different. So this is really good. It feels good to have a new patch. We definitely deserved this patch for a long time. So it feels good. The game is a lot different. It feels like a new game, but I'm excited to test out the new dynamics. But yeah, like I said, it's so much freaking information. So it's hard to comment. So we're going to have to test it out and really get the feel for it. Anyways, enjoy the gameplay that is coming up. Hey, what's up, guys? Vimp here, bringing you an exciting new episode of the Road to Rank 1 Climb. Man, like there's so much to say here. Okay, first things first, new freaking patch. Hellraiser decided to update this freaking map. What is freaking happening, dude? I can't believe we got an update, man. I can't believe we're getting an update. This is really cool stuff. GOD Pee-wee. Plus, we got really stacked lobby at the moment, so it should be really freaking fun, in my opinion. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, that's actually really, really smart to go send for. Yeah, we got a really freaking stacked lobby. So this game should be really fun, in my opinion. Anyways, so what did I want to say today? Dude, there's so much to say. Okay, Road to Rank 1 at the moment. Let's check out the scores. It's pretty much 11 points if we win this, 18 if we lose. So we definitely do not want to lose. Reason being, guys, there's a very important reason. LMS in 3, 2, 1. Boom. 1644. That not only gets us close to rank 1, but that puts us on page frickin' 1 of the best players in the world. I'm among the best players of in the world at the moment. This is crazy news. I've been climbing in the shadows, guys, in the shadow realm. I've been just putting a lot of effort into just playing a lot of Hellhalt, learning the game and all that stuff. But the thing is, I get slapped in the face with the new patch. Literally slapped in the face. And I don't know this game anymore. I literally don't. I don't understand this game anymore. I have no idea what the hell is happening. There's so many new features. Hopefully I did kind of a short segment at the beginning of the video, kind of showcasing the patch, right? So it's very important for me to like kind of learn the game before actually playing it, because I've learned the hard way that I've lost a lot of elo just by kind of learning new stuff, right? And that's the problem. Once you're just kind of playing the game, having fun and all that cool stuff, it's all fun in games, but at the end of the day, you kind of want to win elo, right? The only way I kind of have to like progress, right, is I have to win. And if in order for me to win is kind of learning the patch, right? I kind of need to learn the patch, sit back, read the patch notes and all that cool stuff, because that's the only way you give yourself an advantage, right? Because I'm obviously we're very new. We're not new, but I mean, it feels like the game feels so different, right? It feels so freaking different. So that's the problem, right? Yeah, that's kind of bad. Am I gonna aggro? Yeah, I think I am. Yeah, this is really bad placement. It's all good. Hopefully they don't send. Let's see. They actually don't send. Very nice. Green Dragon usually does pretty good because of the AoE and all that cool stuff. But yeah, guys, climb is going well. I'll actually put the rank on screens. Hopefully it's like rank, what, close to 15 at the moment? There's a few duplicates. I think I'm top 10 at the moment. So yeah, boy is top 10 player in the world. Can you guys even fathom that statement? You know, absolutely crazy. So guys, let's talk a little about the freaking new game, man. Oh my freaking god. Are we sending 5? 5? Is that what we said? I'm pretty sure that's what I heard, but I guess these guys changed their minds. Nice. Okay, so the only problem here, I'm kind of thinking about how do I hold 4? I would assume it's with wagons, right? So a big mistake about this game, or misconception, is you actually hide units or all that stuff. You cannot do that, guys. You really have to play for early game. This game is so punishing. Like it used to be, it's all centered around early game. It's very important. If you guys want to play this game well, all that cool stuff, you guys need to learn how to hold early waves and push. That's the only way you play this game comfortably. You used to think that, you know, you could push hard and all that stuff, but not anymore, guys. You cannot push anymore. Like you cannot push whatsoever. It's so weird. The game has changed drastically, right? And that's the problem. But I feel like it's a fun new change, man. Like I love this breath of fresh air and, you know, this new type of content, new units, new like functions, like this function over here, which I will be talking about feedback and absorb shortly. Very cool new function, which we will dive deep into this because it's such a new cool function, but I feel like it needs to be balanced a little bit. But yeah, there's new ways to kind of play. Like there's new, like for example, the reason why we sent on round 4 is because round 4, round 9, round 18, all of those rounds got buffed. Yes, you heard me, round 4 got buffed. So yeah, it gets kind of crazy. So that's the reason we saw GOD. Obviously, one dragon does not do too well here, so that's why sending on round 4 is a pretty good idea. So really cool thing here. Let's talk about these kind of functions over here: absorb and feedback. So what absorbs does is every time you do enemy king leaks, in this case, in this scenario, you can actually get yourself absorbed. So there's 2 paths. You could go for feedback or absorb. In this case, would prefer to go for absorb, simply because we are forcing our enemies to build more value and we're pressuring them, right? So we're going to be going for absorb, not yet though, and a portion of the DPS dealt by the round onto the king will be given back to us as crystals. How stupid is that? Just think of that for 1 second. So all this damage dealt to the king, a percentage of it will be given back to us as crystal. That is absolutely crazy when you think about it, because it allows us to push and send even more. So technically, when you think about it, rich getting richer. Yeah, so that's the concept. And feedback is the opposite. If we get leaks on our side, we get crystals back. So again, it's a very weird dynamic. Very weird dynamic, to say the least, right? Holy, that was close. Oh, they send. Interesting. They sent a lot less because they were forced to king, right? A decent amount. Good thing we didn't send, because that would have been bad. But we have shockwaves, so I mean, pretty comfortable. As long as we're not fighting in the +4, would be kind of unfortunate. Yeah, but we're going to be struggling ever so slightly here. Good thing they raged. They got Zeus. I mean, we're going to be, obviously, even feedback would be good here, because we're going to be leaking a lot. Late rage, but I feel like it's kind of like, it makes sense. Hawk abuser. Yeah, again, we got wave. We need to taunt the tails. I mean, this guy's going to be leaking just ever so slightly, which doesn't really matter. Reason why I did shockwave is because I saw this guy holding, right? So if he held, that gives us the ability to get this shockwave back on cooldown. And I kind of didn't want him to get surrounded, right? If he gets surrounded, he has less chances. Maybe that wave wasn't the best idea. Maybe it was. Let's see. I think we're doing well with the king control. It's not the best, not the worst type of thing, you know? Hello? Oh no. Yeah, that's elite. That's unfortunate. Whew, that was really freaking close, man. And just send. Oh my god, what is happening in this game? Jesus Christ, 250 HP. Shockwave literally saved us there, by the way. Holy, but they know we're sending. That's kind of the bummer at the moment. So this, I mean, these units are not the best. I kind of need DPS though. I don't know if I want to build Dark Priest at this early stage of the game. I'm just gonna... I need to help my teammate out, so I'm gonna build... You know what? I'm actually gonna keep these for DPS. I feel like they're solid DPS. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep these and build a little bit for my teammate. This is probably the best option, and just go for as many ogres as possible, I think. It should be good. A lot of tier 1 units. That's gonna help out quite a bit. And yeah, we should be fine holding this just because we have solid DPS. Make sure that we're sending. We're obviously playing versus very good players, so this should be a very tough matchup. So no matter what, we're going to be getting really good games, and I'm excited to see. I mean, it doesn't get better than this. I kind of wanted to showcase this new patch with versus good players would have been fine. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Still, I don't think opting for these is too good early. It's only good a little bit later in the game. Just because the damage dealt by units early is very bad. the value of this increases with the game, right? So the more damage you're able to deal to, what's it called? The king, obviously the more lumber and crystals you get back. At some point, you get like a dumb amount of crystals, right? You'll see as the game progresses. But for now, we're pressuring these guys as much as we can. I definitely need to reroll here, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go for a quick cheeky reroll. Not so bad. Not so bad. I mean, tribes, I could live with that. Scientist is obviously very good. Lifesteal could be strong with the current units that I have. I mean, only 30 leagues. That's not too good. Would it go level 8 sand, or what are we thinking here? Again, the game completely changes, so the meta is completely different. We don't know when to send. They're going to go for a little bit of upgrade king. Oh, champions. 3 champions. That's really freaking good. 3 champs. Okay. I mean, absorb would have been nice here. They're going to take so much damage. Look at this. They're going to take so much damage. I mean, oh, they have stomp. Send Aura and King. Yeah, that's a really smart idea. Look at the damage on the King. That would have been so nice if I got, dude, if only I got this before. Oh, that's so unfortunate. You saw the research speed, but it's fine. They lost the heal, which is good enough for us. So let's go for the cheeky little King. Because now we don't even know what to do in this game. We don't know. We're just sending, hoping for the best at this point. So let's go for a lot of tribe boys, right? A lot of tribe boys. That's what we need. They're solid. I mean, if I recall, they're solid DPS, right? I reckon, right? Let's... Okay, gold needed to move, 0 gold. By the way, now if you want to move units, it costs gold. But in this case, I feel like if you move it for the first time, it doesn't really matter. Like, so I'm going to help my teammate out as much as possible because he might be struggling a little bit more than me, but who knows. I mean, we have frontline with like fortified armor, good amount of DPS, good amount of tribes. So, I mean, I'm not too worried about this. Okay, nice rage. Good thing we sent auras. I'm very happy that we did, and we could just king. I'm going to be going 9-5 here. 9-5 is good. My teammates pushed it a dumb amount. So hopefully I'm the holder here. Hopefully I am the holder, but I'm not sure at this point. Research speed, as you see, is a lot faster. So if you're committing to this research speed or research, you want to make sure that you're actually 100% sure about it. Teammates seem to be doing pretty fine, so I don't think I'm... The thing is, I kind of don't want to fall behind, so I think I'm just going to cancel this. Yeah, Zeus seems to be very powerful, very good. Yeah, I did help him out. Don't forget, a lot of my value. I did value him a lot with my units, so that helps a lot too. So that's something to think about. So here, I'm just going to go for Absorb to just show you guys what I mean about Absorb. Oh, are they holding comfortably though? I'm going to go for Absorb. It's a little bit early, but still, I just want to showcase it to you guys, right? 2 champions. I mean, it's not like it's going to give me too much gold, but I only spent 50 gold. 50 gold for 2%. No, 0.2%. Sorry, of the damage dealt. So you see, these guys are going to be taking a little bit of the damage just from the champion and all that stuff. It's not going to be much, obviously, because there's not too many leagues. So it's probably not worth it, but it's worth it for me to just showcase it to you guys. So yeah, we opted for the Absorb path. You cannot go, you see 7 crystals, as you saw. 7 crystals. Just rewind it just to see. There's only 7 crystals. It's not like it's much, but it's still better than nothing, right? It's a good amount of, I mean, do we want to go for Scientists to hold? Maybe Scientist is the way to go. Because at this point, round 10 is like almost impossible to hold, it feels like. So, I mean, you have really good units, slaves plus like specters and eggs. I mean, it doesn't really get better than this, and this guy has Zeus, so I feel like yeah, right, kind of struggling a little bit, but it's not like I'm leaking much. I feel like we have to play it a little bit more aggressive. I kind of like the aggressive approach of like me building a little bit more for Inu, and we just send. We go for a little bit of damage. 5 HP each is a pretty good idea. I don't disagree with that for sure. But the thing is, we have like really good units. So I would assume they're not going to be crazy enough to send, unless they want to times 6 rage and hope that the Tusk Boy holds. But I don't think it's going to work out, in my opinion. I think we're going to be holding pretty comfortably. So I don't know. Maybe they want to gamble. Gamble. It's all about the gamble sometimes, right? Really kind of depends on their units. So let's check it out. See if they have very good units. If they do, it might be a good gamble for them. Tusk Wyverns, yeah. So build one more scientist. I don't know what to do. I guess I give him a scientist. I don't know what to do. Build! I don't know what happens here. Do we win? Do we lose? Let's see. Let's see, dude. They sent as well. Here we go. What do we got? Really good amount of value. I mean, this guy gave me freaking Zeus because he has too much money. Does he? He doesn't even hold. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, that's brutal. I thought we will hold a little bit better than that. Damn, that's awkward. Oh no, this is so bad. Oh no, this is so bad. Does our teammate hold at least? Happy, come on, the carry. Maybe he got this. Yeah, I think he needed more space for the Tusks, right? They have a little bit higher king and better spell, right? But we do hold, which is good. Well, hold, like not me, Poppy, obviously, right? But he has eggs and he's, you know, eggs and slaves. I mean, it doesn't really get better than that. Slave plus Mercurial, that's broken as hell. I mean, that's no, yeah, that might be, oh, it's not GG because they don't have presence. They did send. Yeah, I think we're good here. How many, that's probably like 1 or 2 heals easily, right? Oh, look at the Grunt. Grunt MVP. MVP! Grunt MVP! Never mind, it died. Let's see, because Lynx actually took a lot of elo for me, so I want the elo back, man. I want the elo back. By the way, it is. Wait, I forgot to use absorb. I'm so stupid. Why did I not? How did I forget about this? I could use it mid-round. Get a few upgrades, right? Oh, it might be GG. Oh, it is GG. Damn. No! Come on, man. I want a game to go a little bit longer. GG. What a game. Played versus really good players. They took the gamble, but yeah, boy, Vimp comes in victorious. Let's freaking go.